my body has like this allergic reaction to pressing the live button. And I really don't know what it is because I literally did this 4 years. For years and years and years, I sketched live in front of ones of peoples, no problem. And yet, I get like this weird like, I don't know if I should put that. I don't know if I should push that button. So annoying. Anyway, aside from that annoyance, the other thing is every time I go live, YouTube asks me and then asks me if this content that I'm making is suitable for children. And of course, I'm not a lunatic, so I write, I don't write, but if there was a hell no option, keep the younglings far, far away from this stream at all costs, that would be the button I press. But no. Every time I go live, it's like, is this for kids? This, and I write no, and then as I go live again, it double checks. Are you sure that this live isn't for the children? It's like, no. YouTube, how do you not know this? How is our AI gods not informed you that this is about as inappropriate for young, impressionable minds as, John Amore, what's up, buddy? How are you? You're first one here. John was asking me like 2 hours ago. He's like, hey, you going live? And I'm like, yep, any minute now. Fast forward 2 hours. Nothing. No, I had some prep to do for, every week I schedule my short form content. So if you're familiar with this channel, I do YouTube shorts. I do YouTube shorts. I do Instagram Reels. I do TikTok, whatever's TikTok standards. But I schedule them because rather than having to like every day, find the music, or write the thing, record the script, record, the voiceover, the scripts, the various settings that I use, yada yada yada, all that admin crap. I like to bulk schedule it, so I could just schedule it, and then I don't have to think about that for the rest of the week. But my trip to DC threw me off, and then this week I had a lot of family stuff going on. It was just been a mess. But yes, welcome, John. Hello to you. Apologies for keeping you waiting. I haven't. I'm almost certain I've got ADHD, right? There's no way I don't. I'm almost certain I've got undiagnosed ADHD. I was looking at the symptoms, and then I asked one of the, I think I asked a couple of the LLMs. I said, hey, I have this kind of like lingering procrastination whenever I need to do something. And it's almost like, it feels like an invisible barrier, an invisible wall that I have to either climb or push through or like break through in order to do a thing. Even though I know I'm supposed to do it, I might be in like the perfect position to do it. I've got everything I need. It might even be a thing I've done a million times, like this stream. And yet, it's like all you have to do is push the button, but you're pushing the button like something's holding your hand from pushing the button. It's so weird. As someone married to someone with ADD, yes, I think you do. But then what's the cure, man? Is it just coping mechanisms or is it medication? Because I'm like, I don't want to be on medication. But then, what's the point of getting a diagnosis? If you're like, oh, no, I've got diagnosed ADHD, but I'm also doing nothing about it. I'm doing the same thing I was doing with it when I didn't know. John Amore, working on comic books. Hey, John, if you could, would you have gone to San Diego Comic-Con this weekend? How are you feeling? We're doing How do we feel about cross? How do we feel about cross-legged? I say to myself. Oh, I've also got my trusted thingy-mabob that Eric Canetti purchased for me that one time. Let me set the timer. Actually, this is another thing. Let's set timer on. I like to show you guys the timer so you can see it going. Oh, that's a fun little effect on my screen. All right. I like to have so you guys can see the timer as well, but not today. Today you don't see the timer unless maybe if I angle the camera. Oh, John, also I'm using your I'm still using that easel you got me, dude. I use this thing to prop up the art tablet. It's perfect. Thank you. Thank you, John Amore. Here, now you guys can see it, but now you can't really see the art. You know what, whatever. Just know that I'm timing myself. Oh, this has been a little like self-cure for being distracted while drawing. I keep this timer on and it's like, you know how like they say the ever-present threat of death helps motivate, you know, keep things in perspective, remind you that life's precious. This is like that for me in art. I'm like, oh yes, time, looming, tick-tock. Better get to work, or else. I have no interest in being at San Diego Comic-Con. Why is that? Is because it's not an artist's convention per se. It's more like media, it's more Hollywood goes there. It's more networking. It's almost like anything art adjacent is there. But the actual art itself. It's not like Heroes Con or God, what's that other one that people love? There's a handful of ones. Lightbox Expo is another one, but that wasn't the one I was just thinking of. There's a bunch of conventions that, you know, your favorite artist's convention is usually one of these. Yeah, no, I'd like to go to San Diego Comic-Con just to go, just because I've never been. And I know it's a spectacle, and I know I'm sure it's madness. I've been at TwitchCon, and I'm pretty sure it's even bigger than TwitchCon. I've been at TwitchCon at San Diego, at the same convention center, and that was fucking chaos, but not nearly as chaotic as the Javits Center in New York City for NYCC, the second largest convention in the contiguous United States of America. All right, so we got a cross-legged. John, here. Cross-legged? Or I don't know what you call these kinds of legs. Cutesy, fucking stupid thing. Cutesy legs? John, cutesy legs? Or cross legs? I'll figure the body out. I know the body isn't. I know the torso probably needs some torsoing. Let's see. Cross leg seems better because you can emphasize the thigh. All right. Sounds good to me. If John says that's how it is, then that's how it is. It does sound like it does sound like, I know for a fact, through friends and my own experiences, these conventions, man, they really are where deals get done. Hands get shaked, contracts get written up. Ooh, let me get a little sip of that coffee. Ka-chow. Okay. You know, I've seen people basically walk up to others. I've seen like editors and editor adjacent people walk like approach artists and say, hey, we want you on this book. or hey, we want you on this gig. Now, it's never happened to me. Although, oh no, I did. I don't want to say who. Someone did like my work enough to want to reach out to work with me for a gig. And he was pretty sincere, and we had a couple conversations, and it fell through. But it was interesting. But that happened at New York City Comic Con. Just me hanging out at my table. And if I'm just some no-name douchebag, you can imagine what's going on at, whomever's table. Wait, so John, is there a convention that you would like to go to? If it's not New York City Comic Con, or if it's not San Diego Comic Con. Hey, Abigail. I want to go to Heroes. Is Heroes still good? It must be, right? Heroes is always fun. I don't love Charlotte, North Carolina. Not my favorite city. Food's good though. Food was good, but it's just not my jam. The drive is very nice. I've done the drive a bunch. I think I've flown there once, but I've mostly driven there. Want to go to OAX. What does OAX stand for? Original Art Xavier. Original Art Extreme. Oh, dude, I haven't cracked open that Arcane book that I bought. Orlando Art Expo. Dude, you know what? I find it endlessly annoying that it should be OAE then, right? Why is it Oaks? Expo. Stupid. Although your comic art fans thing, I call it CARF. Because it rhymes with barf and it makes me laugh. I've not been called Abigail in forever by someone who isn't my mother. Yes, you have. You've been called Abigail by me. That's what I used to call you. Have you already forgotten, Abigail? Hey, Abby, remember the other day when we were hanging out talking about old times, and I'm like, dude, you know what's crazy? What's crazy is that Evo's gone, man. Evo's like no longer exists in this plane of existence that we share. And it was just kind of a little morbid, a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of have like a memento mori kind of thing. Like, oh, life is precious. Don't take people for granted. Hold on to your loved ones, yada, yada, yada. But it got me thinking, like, is there anyone else who's dead who used to watch my stream? Like, how? And then the other thing is, how would you even know? Like, I'm assuming Evo's like mom or sister or whomever reached out to somebody in his, knew that he was in Discord or like on Twitch and was heavily involved in different communities and, had his passwords and whatnot. But like, what if that wasn't the case? What if Evo was more of a loner? And then like my neighbor downstairs, she died and her corpse was rotting for weeks. I had a feeling because the stench permeated the walls. It was going into other apartments. Like, I'll never forget dead body smell, because it was like, it wasn't even the apartment below me or next to me. It was like diagonally across the hallway downstairs. And still the stink crept through the walls of the building, like the building's insides. That stink, that ugh. God damn. Anyway, she was dead for weeks because she didn't have any family. Or like she didn't, or like they had, they'd given up on her, or like stopped caring about her, or they had lost contact, or whatever it was. So yeah, nobody found her, nobody was looking for her. It's pretty sad when you think about it. But if that was a person who was watching a stream, no one's gonna be. You know what? When that lady died, nobody's like, "Oh, I should check her Discord history, see if there's someone I need to reach out to on there." No, I don't even know if she had an obituary. It's just one day she was here, next day the super was trying to get rid of the stink of the apartment so he could rent it out to somebody else. Not that I know of, and I have no clue. I mean, we found out from Faye that Evo, right? So yeah. So you found out from Faye because I'm assuming somebody close to Evo in his life decided to reach out to Faye, realized that he meant a lot to her, yada yada yada. But not everybody has that. Just kind of a dark thought, I suppose. Dark thoughts. Hey John, does thinking about that make me have ADHD? I'm glad he's okay, but I was worried about Earthbound was going to kick because he's got the cancer. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Earthbound had cancer. I wonder how his cancer's doing. Yeah, he had like his cancer was more genetic, right? I also only learned about this years ago from Evo, that certain biological, like hereditary conditions literally make you more prone to cancers. It's insane. Trying to draw a book in perspective off the top of my head with no reference. That'll do, pig. That looks good enough, I think. Hey, John, how are you at thank you notes? When somebody says, John, here, happy 52nd birthday. Here's 50 Filipino pesos for you. Have a good one. How are you at like writing them back a little note, a little thank you note, sticking it in the post, saying, dear auntie, Thank you for the 50 pesos. It allowed me to buy a pair of new clogs. I'm traipsing down to the local creek in my new clogs, happily thinking of you. Feet always, John Amore. I'm better at writing thank you than saying it because they don't see my cold, dead eyes. I posted a YouTube short the other day, and somebody was like, "Hey, do you have a Discord? Do you have a subreddit or something? I've got art questions." And it was nice of them to ask. But then I thought, like all over my YouTube description and my bio, sometimes literally in the video itself, I'll say, "Hey, come by. Join the Discord. Come hang out. Post some art." I don't know. Just a stray thought while thinking about John's thank you letter abilities. I'm bad at it. I owe somebody a very nice thank you letter. I actually owe somebody. I owe a couple of thank you gifts, which I've purchased, but I've not written the proper note for. But you know what it is, man? I hear my mom's voice in my head. Michael, so and so, they gave you a beautiful gift. You gotta thank them. You should write them a nice thank you note. That's what I hear in my head. Why don't you draw him a nice picture? And then I'd always argue, like, I don't want to draw a portrait of like somebody's dog as like a thank you. I bet they'd love it. It's like, I don't draw that kind of shit, man. I draw big titty anime waifus. How dare you? That person's dog can go fuck itself. Fuck that dog. Yes, you have ADHD, says Dr. John. So what if I do? ADHD is my superpower. That got me. No, but those are very similar to conversations I would have with my mom about my art. That poor dog. Oh man, you guys are so delayed. Jesus. You guys are like a good, I don't know, man. YouTube's like buffer just stinks. About 15 minutes into the timer. Hey John, I forget to ask, did you ever finish the Elden Ring DLC? I think like Shadow of the Erd Tree, I think it was called. Tell me it was called that. Tell me I just pulled that title out of my butthole having never played it. Never started the DLC. Now my computer's such a piece of shit. Couldn't even play the DLC on it if I wanted to. But part of me wonders if maybe I should either, here are my two options. Saving up to try to get a PlayStation, although PlayStation has gone up, dude. Remember when they first released the PS5 console, it was like $500, I think, for the disc, and 400. I'm pretty sure. I think it was 400. Either it was $500 or $600 for the disc drive, physical media, and it was $100 less for the no drive, just digital. And it's only gone up. And now, if you want a PS Pro, you're dropping a close to $1,000. I think it's $900. I think it's $900 USD for a PlayStation Pro. And at that point, I can't help but wonder, even though RAM and all those other prices are exorbitantly expensive, prohibitively expensive, like maybe just save up. Maybe just save up and buy yourself like a nice GPU, or like a mid-level serviceable GPU. Save up a little more, get some RAM, and do that instead of dropping $1,000 on a PlayStation 5 console. Anyway, I was thinking of maybe seeing if I can get a like refurbished PlayStation or something like that, or just honestly just watch somebody else play, because that's where I'm at right now. Because I also don't have the time. I don't have the time, Johnny boy, and I worry. I've got too much of an addict's personality. I know that about myself, man. I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. I always have been. I don't think there's any way I can get around that, you know? If I'm on a diet or whatever, I'm watching what I eat, then I'm eating clean as hell. You'd sooner catch me dead than drinking like a soda pop or having like anything with sugar in it, processed sugar. Or I'm not, and I'm just like pounding down Taco Bell. And like chasing my Taco Bell with like a tub of brownies or something. Oh, let's see. Somebody news in here. Elite Tier Print Co. No way. Oh, this is my other account. Who? I can't tell. I just see a name and a guy in a car wearing a hat. I'm the opposite. I'm too good at getting addicted to things that people think I don't like anything. You're too good at not getting addicted to. I see. I read that wrong. It's Rat Tail. There we go. What's up, Ratty? What's up, Ratty? Ratty, I DM'd you yesterday on Instagram, right? I was sending you memes, I think. Did I send you? What did I send you? Dude, I sometimes think that I should just group all the people that I send memes to. There's got to be like at least 10 to 15 people, and they're all strangers to each other. But literally just being like, hey, this isn't a group text, but I don't want to have to individually send you all these memes. I'm just gonna. These are memes that I find. I'm just gonna send them to you all at the exact same time, and that's it. Do not add me into that group. Oh, you're gonna be added because you're in two different meme groups with me. You're in one with me, you, and fucking Dave, and then you're in one with me, you, Bale, Eric Bonham, and I don't know. There might be another person in there. You're literally part of the problem. So yeah, you're getting added. I never say anything in those. Well, it's time you've begun. Yeah, I'm too good at not getting addicted. I wish I had that kind of problem. You know what? Let's try to angle her body a little bit more. Oh, yeah. I like that more better. Maybe Elba wants some books.
I like this one more better.
Rattail, I'm good, guys. You did send the memes. The one Stifler's mom. Oh, yeah, dude. Stifler's mom from the fucking first American Pie movie was 38 years old. I was like, God damn it, dude. I'm so fucking old. Then you look at older people, and they're like, are you kidding me? Mike, did you see that my future ex-wife might be playing Ronnie the Witch? That broad from that broad from that Beef TV show? Kaylee Spaley, that one? Or are you talking about somebody else? You talking about somebody who looks a little bit more Down syndrome-y? Yo, I always listen to your streams in school. Oh man, dude. I hope you graduated from school. I always listen to your streams in the psych ward before I got kicked out of school. I always listen to Big Time Lurker. Still seeing your portraits pretty much every day. Keep doing you, man. Thank you, Akira XTC. You know what? I've always said my streams are perfectly conducive to a well-rounded education, right, John?
That's right, Mike.
I need a John puppet, I think. I think a John puppet would really sort this place out. Anyway, that little brief side quest chat I took you guys earlier on that one dude not being able to find the Discord. I think it was reminding myself to remind anybody in here that I do have a Discord, although the only people in here are people that I know and love, and they don't need to be reminded. They're already up in there. But it's just kind of a note to self. Bring that thing up more often, because, dude, after I left streaming, because I became daddy, it went from maybe like, at its prime in my Discord, maybe like there was like 30 to 40 people actively in there, posting memes, shooting the shit, yada, yada, yada. After I stopped, man, fucking ghost town. Pure ghost. And I don't blame everybody. I practically vanished. You weren't getting any updates from me because also I was really not posting any like life updates because, like I said, I became a dad, but I've got a very strict no social media policy for my child, my son, because I saw these like influencers and family tubers and those kinds of people. I saw them like just constantly posting their kids, and I thought, this is gross, man. This is, I mean, call me a prude, call me a prick. I thought, dude, this sucks. Like, this kid has no fucking choice in the matter. Zero privacy. The entire internet gets to watch this person like grow up, like be welcomed into this person's like most private of moments in some situations, with like zero say in the matter. So I'm like, you know what, dude? Until my kid can like actively make the call and realize what he's like agreeing to, I'm just gonna keep him off the internet. And also just for his own well-being. Because also there's a lot of creeps out there. Anyway, so yes, I wasn't making any new posts. I wasn't doing any like life updates. I was just kind of locked in. Abby, I went full daddy, which is why you can now call me Papa. Full daddy mode. But now that I'm back, I want to try to get the Discord going again. It would be nice to breathe life back into that place, because it used to be it's still fun. We still post memes in there. We still shoot the shit. There's like 10 of us in there now that post regularly, if that. Hey, Gino's back. Gino Sid, welcome back, baby. How old is your child? I'm like, he is going to turn 4 this autumn. So yeah, no, he perfectly coincides with when I bailed. And I can't believe I've bailed on live streaming for like almost the amount of time that like close to ish, like I think I streamed for like 5 or 6 years before I quit. I've been away for almost that amount of time, which is insane to say. I will never call you Papa or Daddy or any form of the word. Yes, you will. You'll see. You'll all see. Yeah, time does fly, Abby. I went by the Twitch art channel not long ago, and it's like, man, I remember when VTubers were like just starting to get traction, and there were some naysayers. There were some people that were like, oh, VTubers, yeah, right. VTubers, yeah, fucking right. That'll never catch on. That kind of stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, man, some of the art that I saw being made by these VTubers was pretty goddamn good. I cannot lie. It was nice to see. It was refreshing. Now I also have to say this, preface that with this, as good as the art was, it was kind of samey. A lot of the top Twitch artists were kind of drawing in the same style, same kind of like subject material. It was very, at least what I saw, it was very anime waifu heavy, cutesy, very like hyper cutesy anime girls. And there wasn't too much variation in style either. I want to try VTubing. Seems fun. It does, right? Dude, you know what the cost... Dude, John, you know what the cost of like a proper... like a rig? Like a real one. With like 1,000 points of articulation, right? Where you can like blink and stick your tongue out and like make like perfect facial expressions, and the strands of your hair are like blowing in the breeze. One of those. Yo. I was floored at the price tag of that. 4 or 5 grand. Yeah, honestly, John, it's closer to Abby's number than your number. $700, my ass, man. I mean, maybe in the Philippines, because the money is, you know, the USD means more. But if you want an American rigger, please, it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. A couple thousand. At least those are the numbers that I saw. Because I looked at some of these VTubers. Some of these VTubers weren't just artists. They were also like, they also made rigs for other people. And yeah, man, they were quoting like, yeah, it'll be $1,200. It'll be $2,000. But in my case, I was going to provide the art. Okay, yeah, no, that does change everything. John, would you put on a girl voice if you did VTubing? This isn't necessarily a request, but have you ever considered drawing a beautiful monster like Melina from Mortal Kombat? Seems like this would be right up your alley. Have I drawn a sexy monster lady? Hang on, let me get a little sip of my coffee. Coffee break, coffee time. Not really a break because I'm just refueling. I would do a sexy monster lady. Like a monster. I draw demon ladies all the time. I might even have some in here. Let's see, cat girl, witch, cyberpunk, elf girls, vampirella. No demons in this one. Samurai lady. But I've done. I mean, I guess this is kind of a demon adjacent, but she's cutesy. She doesn't have like monster teeth. She doesn't have like tongues. Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't have it here. There was that spider lady that I drew. It's actually one of my best one of my clips with like the most engagement. If you look at my shorts, I sketched this spider monster lady where like she's like bug. She's like the whole bottom half of her is like bug. It's all like furry exoskeleton, and she had jagged teeth. And I was basically like, "Hey, what do you think of her?" And the comments were like, "Yeah, I want to suck her appendages. I want to suck her antennae." I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I know you drew Demon Rosalina's mouth has tear. I remember that Spider Girl. Yeah, that was the closest one I did. And that was not long ago. And I was truly, it was one of the rare times where I was surprised by the audience. I was genuinely almost concerned for the audience, the amount of thirst that was in those messages. It's like, oh, I want to stick my tongue on that thorax. It's like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? But then, you know what? You got to realize you get what you give, right? I kind of put up the bad signal for weirdos, and they came a calling. So I only have myself to blame. Okay. She looks like she's on the phone. Should I just throw a phone in her hands? Oh, hey, do you guys want to see this Freerun piece I colored? I finally finished the colors for the Freerun piece, and actually, I like the way it came out. Was that spider chick Arachne? She was just kind of a spider babe. I gotta watch the Doomsday trailer again. Let me show John the Freerun piece. The colors are gonna look like shit because you're watching it through my iPad, then through the phone, then through whatever PC you're watching. So like the amount of like I don't know, filtering. So just use your imagination that it looks better than this. Yeah, what did you think of the Doomsday trailer? I enjoyed it, but Based on the places of the internet that I frequent, I'm like the only person that liked it. Every single one of like the MCU, like so many of the MCU channels that like cover this stuff, and like every like cultural war channel was like, you know, MCU dead, trailer sucks. And then they're like, you know, this is why the Odyssey sucks and is going to lose all the money. And they're still like, because get woke, go broke. I'm like, really, man? We're still in the year of our Lord, 2026. We're still doing that? I dig it, man. I think he showed it last stream. Yeah, I've decided this one I'm going to turn. Yeah, dude. You're right. I did show this last stream, and I only remember because her face on the camera looks. Her face on this camera, at least, looks so yellow. Maybe it's less so from what you guys are seeing. But if it does look crazy yellow, just know that I've toned down the yellow. I've toned down the yellow. It doesn't look like that. And also, like, oh yes, I remember her boots. Her boots, at least in this screen, are like glowing. They're like it's like radioactive bread, and that's not how that looks either. Anyway, John, I've decided I'm going to do a long form video of this. I'm thinking like 10 minutes. I talk a little bit about, it's going to be like the way I used to do it. It's going to be a little bit of process talking, and it's going to be a little bit of freerun lore, you know, my take on the show. And hopefully that's good enough. All right, back to this witch lady. Oh yeah, what did you think of the Doomsday trailer? Yes, I dug the Doomsday trailer. I thought it looked fun. I thought it reminded me of the Avengers of old. And then I thought to myself, why the fuck hasn't the MCU done a like proper Avengers movie? You know how they would like, they do a few movies, right? Phase 1, you'd introduce, you know, we'd do a Hulk, you do an Iron Man, you do a Thor, you do a Cap, and then they all come together. And in like phase 4 and 5, you had like, I don't know, a fucking 1,000 different movies. You had like Doctor Strange, Shang-Chi, you had all these TV shows. You had the fucking Ms. Marvel movies. Dude, it's just like endless. You had was the Eternals movie also part of phase 4 or no? Either way, you've got like a couple dozen new characters that you've introduced over the years. Maybe in an Avengers movie? Because their strategy is quantity, not quality. I think it was, or phase 5. Yeah, right. But either way you slice it, you've introduced all of these new characters. Thunderbolts. They should probably meet up, because now you've got this weird spot where they're all meant to come together to fight Doom, but like how many of them even know each other at all? Like Thunderbolts know Shang-Chi, they definitely don't know the Fantastic Four. I mean, nobody knows the Fantastic Four, but like that should be like the exception, right? Be like, oh, we just got here. But it's like, oh yeah, you know, Bucky Barnes and Sam Wilson, you know, we've worked together and we know Red Hulk or whatever. I didn't see the movie. You know, we know the Thunderbolts, of course, or the New Avengers. But yeah, it's so messy. Yeah, it's just messy, and I think it kind of like, it almost kind of hinders what they could have done with this. Because yeah, when Infinity War happens, when Endgame happens, all these characters are so familiar with one another. When people start dying, when, you know, Gamora dies, when Vision dies, when, you know, inevitably Tony Stark and Cap essentially die, you know, Black Widow, let's not forget. Loki, obviously, the original. These were fucking severe. Like, these were massive deaths. And then, yes, I know they brought it back. They brought back let's see, they brought back Vision. They brought back Loki. It seems like they're bringing back Cap, but we don't know. Perhaps he's some kind of not Cap. They brought back Gamora. So, but even so, right? You cared because you knew him, and because you'd spend enough time with them in the movies that, their deaths were meaningful. But like here, if like Gambit fighting Shang-Chi, if Gambit shoves a deck of cards in Shang-Chi's mouth and blows his fucking head clean off, I mean, like, I'm kind of just gonna be like, that sucks, but I don't care. But also, is that a hate crime? Sorry, on the phone with ISP. They're fucking my shit up bad. Who's your ISP? Do we think the Cap in the trailer will end up being Hydra Cap? I was asking John Amore that the other day. I said, John Amore, do you think this is Nazi Cap? I said, Johnny, Nazi Cap? Question mark. And John said, did you take your ADHD medication? Comcast, of course. Ugh, dude, Comcast. But then what choice do you have, right? What choice do you have? You've got like what, Spectrum, Comcast, Verizon. I think those are the only three that I know. There may be some more local ones. Oh wait, what if I put a gun in her hand? I was gonna put here, chat. You're here right now. Ooh, can I do a vote in the chat? Let's see. I don't know how to use this interface. Timestamps, moderation, community moderation, participants, Start a poll. Yes. Here. Gun. Phone. What's she holding? Question mark. Poll is now, wait for it, live. Can I vote on the poll? No, I cannot. Or yes, I can. Time Warner. John, do you have Time Warner? Wait, Time Warner. I thought they merged. AT&T is the big other one here, but they're stuck on like 30 download in my era. Oof. Okay, all right. She's obviously gonna be wearing thigh highs. Maybe let's put some stitching in the thigh highs, give it kind of a more leathery look. I have a couple friends in Texas whose ISP is Time Warner. Wow. Wait, didn't Time Warner become Spectrum? I don't know. I really don't know. I know over here we literally have Spectrum or Verizon. I don't even think you can get Comcast because in New York City, like fucking gangs of New York, like we're fighting for 5 points, the ISPs have divvied up the city for whatever goddamn reason, where it's like a block to block thing. Like this is controlled by Comcast. This area is controlled by Verizon. It's like fucking turf wars. But you're screwed because we really don't have a choice. It's like, oh, you like Spectrum? Nah. Well, Verizon. You're like, I don't know. I don't think I like Verizon. Well, too fucking bad then. Then no anything for you. No internet for you, pig. How about that? How about you live in the dark ages? John, you have friends in Texas? Here, Alexa, turn on plant light 2.
Okay.
Ooh. No, you know I like it better. Too much glare. Alexa, turn off plant light 2.
Okay.
I like being able to see the plants, but it's probably better for stream that I can see the drawing that I'm doing. All right, what's the... All right, poll ended. Poll ended on gun. So gun it is, gun it's gonna be, we want gun. Comcast is like rocket powered street bike. It's fast as shit, but super reliable. Good to know. I wonder how much work John has done today. John works so fast. John's a little speed demon. Not me, though. I'm sure you'll be happy to know that I am. I'm still slow as fuck. I'm making that Chitara cover I show. Oh wait, so that was that just the digital one, the digital version that you did? Yeah, it's a good, Johnny. It's a good cover, bud. That was for editor approval. Do you think they're going to approve? John, are you bummed that you're not inking traditionally these I won't say what comic book, but you're working on comic book pages right now? Are you bummed that those are digital? I'm bummed. I wish the schedule was better. I'm assuming is what you try to write. The schedule was better. Yeah, no, I get it. It's, I mean, listen, it's a, like that one artist said in Eric's DMs, it's another source of revenue. Oh my God, John, can we talk about that? Maybe not. Damn it. I'm going to respect Eric's privacy. Not, but goddamn. I won't say who. I guess I don't really want to say what now. All right, just never mind. No names. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to say anybody's name, but I'm going to say what was mentioned. Because it's so fucking irritating. It's one of the stupidest goddamn things. Listen, there's like 4 people in here. So. For those of you who know, Eric Canetti obviously did some incredible work, some filler work, filling in for Nick Dragata on the Absolute Batman series for, I think, issues like 17, 18. The Poison Ivy reveal. And I think Canetti knocked it out of the fucking park. He crushed it. But deadline being what it is, Canetti's work process being what it is, he went full digital with it. And, much to the chagrin of his art dealer and, probably collectors as well. And he had an artist show up in his DMs. I won't say who. Basically, I don't want to say basically trying to school him on how art collection works. One of the most painfully obvious, stupid, asinine, redundant, trite, garbage, just condescending, fucking patronizing. Hey, if you did these traditionally, you'd be able to make a pretty penny off these. I've been in the industry a while now, and what you're doing is you're leaving money on the table. And it's like, really? Really, you stupid cunt. You don't fucking, you think, yeah? This is the first, I'm sure Kennedi's ever thought of this. You fucking moron. God damn it, man. What a stupid cunt. It's like, are you retarded? Are you out of your fucking mind? What are you doing? God damn it. Oh my God. Reading that was so infuriating to me. Now, Kennedi's cool. Kennedi's awesome. So he didn't say anything to that guy. He just said, thanks for the advice kind of thing. He's very cordial, he's a very affable guy. He's not trying to start shit, cause any trouble. But fuck me, man. I'm like, dude, where the fuck do you get off? And this isn't like it wasn't like Greg Capullo or Jim Lee or somebody like that. Somebody of like the highest note, It wasn't Todd McFarlane that was doing this, Eric. Not that they would, because they're fucking reasonable human beings. I doubt they would even consider doing that. I wouldn't have replied as cordially as Eric did. Yeah, no, this particular creator is he's a real fucking piece of work. And I think after reading that interaction, it really, man, that guy, and that paired with a few other, I'm not going to say who, I'm not going to say what it was, because I've already said enough, but let's just say other people have had interactions with this individual with a similar outcome, Let's see. All right, hang on. Kennedi is a member of the stream, I believe. Member of the stream is a fun term. Long time member of the stream, Eric Kennedi. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm looking up reference for. I realize I don't want her to have a more ornate kind of gun that she's holding. So I'm gonna look up reference. I hate looking up reference because I'm lazy, but needs must, as they say. Yeah, okay, that's right. Oh, hey, John, are you watching the newest season of Vox Machina? Yeah, and yes, the three of us used to stream together a ton ages ago. We do, dual streams. These days, when you actually do dual streams, like you actually do fully merge the streams, right? Right, Abby? If I remember correctly, reading that on Twitch. It used to be you'd use a website for it that would kind of merge the chats, but the chats weren't aware of that. You would just time your thing, go live at the same time, and then join the Discord, kind of share, read each other's chats and all that. Very janky, very old school. I'm gonna give her one of these trombone barrel guns. You can share your chats now when you stream together. Yeah. Man, I wish we had VODs of those old streams. There were good times, John. I mean, hey, listen. I'm pretty sure you could live stream You could dual live stream on YouTube as well. I'm almost certain. You'd have to look it up though, just to be sure that that's the case. But I'm pretty sure you can do that. All right, here we go. There we go. That's kind of an old-timey-ish seeming kind of gun. Abby, is Nikki streaming right now? I missed her streams, but she is. Ooh. What hours does she stream, Abby? She streams like 7 days a week, 8 hours a stream. If I get quiet, it just means I'm focusing. Can't always be yapping as much as I'd love to. I'm trying not to fall into the old trap of nothing but yap and like screwing around. As much as I'd love screwing around with you guys back in the day. My time is a lot more precious these days, if you want to call it that. Meaning that I've only got certain there are only so many hours in the day. There are only so many hours in the week. And I do have, I've got some responsibilities outside of stream. So I can't just spend, I don't want to say wasting time, because that's not really what that is. But if I've got maybe like 6 hours a week to spend on art, let's say, I gotta make each one of those 6 hours count. Hey John, how many hours a week would you say you spend drawing, or the most loosest of the term, creating artistically? Hey Nikki G, I heard you were streaming. Right now, she's starting 7 or 8 a.m. Wow. Not 7 days a week anymore, thank God. I'm drawing a witch with a gun. And I think, I don't want to do a whole background. A bullshit ornate window over here will have to be. It's all the background you're fucking getting, and that's all the background you deserve, quite frankly. How are you guys? Yeah, I'm live now. I'm taking a break and waiting on Duncan. 36 days sober. Nikki got sober because she was getting nuts, I guess. Nikki got drunk and she got into a fist fight with Abby. Is the gun her version of a wand? You know what? I've been drawing these witches with guns, and John Moore kind of started that off. I think I showed John this drawing not long ago. John and I were working on a webtoons called, I think it was called Wizard Commando. And I've always liked that premise. So, like, this is a witch sheriff. And look at that, man. She's strapped, dude. And I like the idea of her using an enchanted gun and enchanted bullets, and she also has like these kind of like disposable wands, almost like grenade wands. Anyway, I'd really like to do something with this character in particular. But yeah, I particularly love the idea of guns and fantasy simultaneously. But I miss your drawing streams, gentlemen. Well, we miss you, Nikki. I wish I had more time to just like cruise on by. I was literally just telling, like, oh, see, look, the hour just went up, so I'm gonna do a half hour. Yeah, I got a half hour clock, and then like that's it. I get a half hour to. I think I'm just gonna start inking this. Yeah, so I got a half hour for pencils. I mean, half hour for inks. I got an hour for pencils. Yada yada yada. Streams. Yeah, I miss doing the dual chats. I miss getting on Discord. Oh, I'm on Discord right now, I think. I think I'm on Discord right now. Let me see. Yeah, John, I'm trying to be more cognizant of like composition a little bit more. You know, so like this is where we started. Well, this is actually where we started. And then John's in, cross her legs, do the cross legs. And then I thought this pose was nice, but a little too stiff. So I kind of laid her back a little bit. Then I pushed a little bit more, and now I've kind of done a Dutch angle here to make it that much more whatevers. I miss Eric Bonham. Bonham was great. I miss Bonham too. I mean, he's still alive. I don't think he streams anymore, right? He still makes art. I see his art show up a fair amount. All right, let's dive in. You ever read the comic book The Nocturnals? My brother was. No, I haven't. I wouldn't be surprised if John has. John's like the Wikipedia of. John's read comic books I never even heard of. Let me get some more coffee in me. Character called Gunwitch. I love that. You know, adding guns to fantasy is not anything new. I'm not breaking the mold here, you know? Yeah, I love Dan Baritone. I bet you do, John. Hey, John, if you're drawing for yourself, if you're just drawing for fun, like I'm doing right now. Let's say, John, you're drawing for content. What's the move? Because as you've seen me draw for these 1 million years, it feels like, you know what I do. I got a couple of references up. I've got a very fucking loose idea of what I might be doing. Sometimes I've got close to zero idea and I just start going. And then I just kind of build. I build the road as I'm driving on it. And that leads to things like, you know, lack of composition. What was the other thing the other day? You're like, dude, like if you're just going to draw her all black, then you should just draw her all black and then carve out the white, which is excellent advice, by the way. But my I don't know, justification. I don't know if that's the right word. Excuse. was that I didn't know that her hair was going to be all black when I started. For example, this hat, I'm thinking about making this hat all black. And if I am, I should just close the lines off, magic wand it, increase the threshold or the strength, as I like to say, of the, auto grab, and just drop black in there. And then, just cut out the parts. But I don't know if that's what I like. And I haven't done any thumbnails, so I haven't really settled on that. And for example, right now, I've decided that I'm going to turn this into an eyeball because I think that looks cool. Ah, so cool. No, but seriously. Yeah, eyeball. Eyeball cooler than just a star. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. And I think, John, what I'm saying is I'm jealous of your logistics, your admin capabilities. I'm pretty sure you thumbnail and then you rough and then you tweak, and then by the time you're whipping out the ink utensils, you know exactly the roadmap has been set. The GPS is on. You know exactly where you're going. You know where you're refilling for gas. You know where all your rest stops are going to be. Whereas this, I'm just like, maps? How you talking about what? I need some kind of clue of where I'm going? Yeah, right. What am I? Some kind of, insert slur here. Character called Gunwitch. He's so unique. I'm not doing anything special, pal. It's just repetition. No, but I mean, like in general, right? You don't, John. Do you don't? There's no way you work even remotely close to this. You start inking where you're not even quite sure where you want to, where you want the drawing to go. This is the only way I know how to work at this point. I see. Yeah. No, man, you've got a nice streamline there going. Yeah, I think for me, I've drawn so much for myself and just for fun and just for stream and just for content with the occasional commission or, freelance gig or whatever it is. My process is so nuts. It's so, just chaotic. Just chaotic. Sometimes, sometimes I do thumbnails. Sometimes I do thumbnails for the free rent piece. I did thumbnails. I found some decent references. I was, checking out the lighting, making sure that all worked. And I think because I knew that one, I was going to turn into a long form video. And a long form video, I needed the work to be able to kind of stand on its own 2 feet. It needs to be, or at least in my weirdo brain, I needed the art to be like proper finished and like planned and executed. To be fair, drawing as a show tends to be different from drawing for a project. That code switching is not the smoothest. Yeah, well, John, was it shorts? No, you were doing those character headshots for the longest time, and you were increasing your social media profile, if I remember correctly. And Abby says, do I still do commissions? I do. It's been a while. I'm actually, somebody in the chat the other day hit me up for a commission. And I told him how much it would be, and he said, cool. So that's on the list. I'm I'm aiming to do I want to do a long form video, not a week, a long form video every month on the YouTube channel. Just like a 10-minute video. I want to try to get back into the groove. I haven't done a long form video. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. I can't tell you the last time I did a long form video. Okay, good, because I might have a commission for you. I need new art for my D&D character. Oh, nice. What's the stats, Abby? Dude, you know what I realized? I enjoy editing. Video editing. I don't enjoy editing, actually. I don't. I enjoy script execution is what I like. Yeah, so here, I kind of want to show you the script, but tomorrow I think I'm doing a Hatsune Miku video, and I had to write the script out for this. And I'll give you one of the lines was here. I'll show you the drawing that I'm talking about here. I showed you this the other day. I actually worked on this on stream. Hatsune Miku, and I said, the hardest part about sketching this one was trying my best to avoid both getting roughed up by the YouTube censorship clanker and trying to avoid pissing off any Miku fandom psychotics. What else did I say? Okay. I said, and also getting these proportions right from a sitting angle, making sure the crop was tasteful, aka no lady burger in the shot. And then I just went on and on and on. But that's just a little bit of those are just a couple little tidbits of the script. But I had fun. I had so much fun writing that stupid script. Editing scratches my specificism. I don't like that's a good script. I don't, yeah, if you could just hand me a script and like show me the video that I'm doing voiceover for, I'm in. That's, yeah, getting in there, because I do full, I should tell you how I record these. I go into my closet, so it cancels out the sound. For those of you who don't know, if you don't have a sound room, or if you don't have like sound absorbent walls, or you don't want echo, the closet and or putting like a blanket over your head is kind of the best way to do that. So I go to my closet with my clothing, and I set the phone up, and I set the phone at like eye level, and then I have the teleprompter going. And the teleprompter goes, and I read from the teleprompter, and I ad lib, right? The teleprompter is just kind of like, it's kind of a bullet point setup. Like, oh, here, you want to touch on this, you want to touch on this point, you want to touch on this point, you want to hit this, and then out, right? And then don't forget your sign offs, which is save and share, or else, or I call somebody slug babies, which is what I call my audience. But, I do multiple takes. I try to make it so that like each take is fun. I'm constantly tinkering with the script to make sure that it lands. And that to me, John, that is like, it's not as fulfilling creatively as making art, but it's in the realm where it's like, oh, this is fun. This is, creative writing. This is like, it's entertainment. It's energetic. And you should see me before I record the audio. I'm standing up. I'm doing the like la 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 me. I'm like trying to like enunciate all my words. I'm like making these super exaggerated lip movements with my face. I'm like punching the wall. I do a couple of jumping jacks to get the heart going, so that when I drop these scripts, I'm like shot out of a fucking cannon. I'm like, the script that I wrote is gonna come at you like shotgun shells. I'm gonna blast you in the fucking head with me talking about Hatsune Miku's like rear burger. But then, like the editing of the videos, it's just like, oh fuck. Now I've gotta, and my editing is the bare minimum, John. The most editing thing I did for the Hatsune Miku video is I put in the Lisan El Gaib music. Oh, I can't even, I'm using my phone right now too. I'm using this very phone. Otherwise I'd show it to you. Yeah, I use the Dune 2 Lisan El Gaib music at the very end of that Hatsune Miku video. In a perfect world, I'd have time to edit one of your videos. I would love to have extra. I would love to have like a proper, like photo references and like cutaways and that kind of stuff. But dude, also I'm editing all this on my phone because my computer's garbage. I don't have anything else to do. I'm like, there's a reason why. Hang on, let me angle this up a little bit further. Yeah, no, there's a reason why I'm on my phone right now and not on my old PC on the nice microphone. It's because, PC falling apart, no GPU, can't edit a damn thing. It's a real pain in the ass. I'm just gonna save up for a new PC. But dude, by the way the PC market is, I might as well say I'm saving up for a new car. In a perfect time, yeah, it would be fun to have you edit my videos. And then also it would be fun to have another set of eyes on my video. To be like, oh wait, well you tried this. What about this? What if we took the imagine, what if we took the rear burger joke and we had that joke be the intro or the outro? Some B-roll shots of NY walks would be a cool thing to add. Ugh, dude, I would love to shoot that. A shot of getting on the train, POV. But dude, John, even if I walked over the subway right now and got on it for a ride just for B-roll, right? Like put the phone on the seat and like recorded myself like whatever, waiting, drawing, just the cityscape as the subway goes above ground like the 7 train does for a little bit. If I was your editor, I'd cut those in. It'd be a nice little, that would be a nice little touch, right? Just have the city be a character that shows up in some video. But I know me, man. Even if I were to record that, if it came time to edit it, I'd be so annoyed. Just like, oh fuck, I gotta edit this stupid fucking train video now. It's like we're drawing Pocahontas in a thong. Why am I on the subway? No, it would be cool to do a lot more of that stuff. And, maybe another reason why record B-roll of Taco Bell at night. Honestly, listen, this dream might not be sponsored by Taco Bell, but it's certainly fueled by Taco Bell more times than I care to admit. Even while this country was in the throes of a violent diarrhea outbreak, I still went to Taco Bell. And I was like, hey, Mr. Taco Bell, hold the lettuce, hold the tomatoes, no produce, baby. Daddy doesn't want bombastic diarrhea, but Daddy wants those Taco Bell meats. What's up, Benny? Hey, Benny, thank you for joining the Discord. Hey, John, are you free after this? John, do you want to do voice chat after this? A voice chat hangout? Oh, Abby, one thing about streaming for like 90 minutes instead of streaming for 6 hours straight, when I'm done streaming, I don't feel like jumping off of a bridge. I used to end those super long, like 6 to 8 hour streams, even like 4 to 5 hour streams, so empty. I was like a husk of a human being. Guys, you know Batman the Animated Series when Clayface stages his own death? And Batman's like, no, Hagen. And then Batman looks over Clayface's corpse that has been electrified, and he goes, I don't even know what the fuck he says, so I'm going to make up what he says. He died the way he lived. Silly. Silly putty, get it? No, anyway. And then like he touches Clayface and his whole body collapses because it's fake, it's a shell, it's empty, it's just dust. That's literally how I fucking felt after each one of these streams. I would do like a 6 hour run, 5 hour run. I wouldn't even remember what I drew. Half the time it would look like shit anyway. I'd have to redraw it because I I didn't have like the mental capacity to even like understand human anatomy. So bad. So draining. And I would literally need like an hour or two of just recovery. Just to like get my bearings again, just to feel human. I would stuff my face with calories. And then I would try to get like some like, I think it might be like, I would need to be like sipping Pedialyte. I needed like aftercare. I needed like a nurse to come in and give me an IV when I was done with those streams. I was so empty. Yeah, it was brutal. I don't know how Nikki's doing it. And I think I've talked about this. On these new streams before. What I wouldn't change anything that I used to do because it was so much fun. But also it was in the Twitch forge that I was able to kind of create this persona, if you want to call it that. I mean, it's me, but it's a very specific version of myself. You know, it's a little bit extra me. But this thing was created and born, you know, in the hellfire of Twitch. Honed. Birthed. A baptism by fire. In the retardation of that stupid platform. But yeah, it was for that I think I'll always be grateful for Twitch to help me kind of like, not to sound like a you know, insert slur here, but it did help me find my voice. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I could do this. It's like, oh, wait. So people will come by and hang out, and I could say like the most outlandish, ridiculous shit. It's like, wait, I could talk about whatever, man. Insert something wildly inappropriate. A couple of midget clowns walk into a kid's bar mitzvah looking to do a bris. You guys know what a bris is? If you don't, you should look it up. John Moore says, you're a lot more productive now. Thanks. I appreciate that. Well, no, I got nothing. I don't know why I'm more productive now. I think it's just because I'm actively trying to, like, I said earlier, I really can't afford to just waste an hour and a half on stream just fucking around with you guys. I mean, I could easily do that. And part of me even wants to do that. Because it's fun just asking, hey, well, how's your day going? What's going on here? Oh, yeah? Have you heard about this? What if I drew Cyclops sucking off one of those midgets? But, then that means everything else on this side of the screen just goes flying right off a cliff. No YouTube videos, no Instagram shorts or Instagram reels, no YouTube shorts, no TikTok videos rather. All right, let's see. You know what? I'm going to keep working on this on my own time. You guys, would a katana on her back or next to her look be sick? Maybe. I could throw it on there. You know, her arm's a little too big. All right, I'll fix that. I'll fix all this and then expect this to be a short at some point, probably next week. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to be in the Discord all this week, hanging out, chatting, dropping memes. Thank you for being here. Thank you, John. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Rattail. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, Nikki G. You guys are beautiful. You're awesome. Catch you in the voice chat.